All right. We're gonna learn today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think
What
Jay
up,
is
faces?
frozen. I think
What up,
Jay is
faces?
frozen. We got the
Oh,
faces, three faces of fantasy out here. You got your Uncle Mojo over here.
the guru over here doing it down, holding it down.
And we
Yeah,
got Jay the Troop just smiling at us egregiously. You know,
yeah.
it's all right.
And as soon as he thaws out, he can join us.
Yeah. He got to do some thawing. There was quite a bit of thaw in the last week or so. So a lot went on. Had a holiday weekend. That was last week, wasn't it?
You got it.
Lots of football, lots to go over. Lots of players. Where we starting at?
We gonna start with the most recent game tonight.
We could, but I didn't like it.
I mean, if you want to call it a game, I mean,
yeah. Most recent game was last night, right? Who do we have?
Well, 22 guys got on the field and they threw the ball around. Jonathan Taylor, he was able to find the end zone. Pittman,
finally
was able to. Right, exactly. I don't know if you got any shares of him, but Pittman found the end zone. Matt Ryan looked really bad.
Man, I don't know what's going on. You know what? We've been saying it since the beginning of the year. Actually, we were talking about Matt Stafford. Matt Ryan puts nothing on the ball. It's coming out like a lollipop. It just doesn't look good. If I was his receivers, I would be frustrated. But yeah, seeing Jonathan Taylor get on the board was great. He should have had another touchdown. But they did, they did some other things.
Thankfully, he didn't because I was playing against him and another touchdown would have hurt. But yeah.
Yeah. I was in so I'm in this points league where it's total points, right? And I was in first place like the first 4 or 5 weeks, and I've been in second place since then. I'm like 300 points behind the first place guy. And I had Josh Jacobs.
Ooh!
He got me like 119 points. I had Jalen Hurts. Hurts. Yeah, it was quite the week. I came into the week down by like 370. I'm now only down by 70. I made up 300 points.
Man, in 1 week.
In 1 week, man. I don't know what they fed Mr. Jacobs, but give it to him every week. Now he came up on the injury report, though, so I don't know.
Well, you know what? No, he was already injured. He had the calf injury that popped up on Friday afternoon. So that's why a lot of people were scrambling to sit him on Saturday, which I was one of those who thought about it, but I never did. It. But yeah, he was supposed to be a sit. They weren't really sure how many reps he was going to get. Matter of fact, at the end of the game, he came out the game twice. And the coaches didn't want him to go back in, but he went back in anyway and ripped off the 86-yarder walk-off.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I was not upset one bit.
I don't know. I don't know how beautiful it was because I played against him in one league and I lost by 7.
Oh,
that's it.
Yeah, you're lucky to only lose by 7. So you've actually played a good game, I would say.
Yeah. Second place is a beautiful place to be.
Yeah, it's better than third.
I don't know what that is. But that game was, then on the other side of the ball, I like the pick. I like the Pickman. I like the Pickens and Pickett and Pickens connection. I like that connection. Freiermuth, he was okay for a tight end.
I don't know. He was underwhelming for me.
I should say for a tight end this week. Let me clarify.
Yeah, because I had
for a tight end
him
this
in my
week.
starting lineup in 2 leagues, and he didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
Although I did have a good week. I won quite a few games. I think I went 6-2. So it wasn't bad.
If you had Jelani Woods on the other side, man, I'm like, where'd this come from? The big old 6'7" behemoth, mammoth monster.
Yeah, he's huge. Like, why hasn't he been getting the ball? Like, what's going on?
Like Gigantor. Like, give him the ball.
Give him the ball.
Taylor
give him a shot.
And the dinosaur, the giant. Just give him the ball. Who's gonna tackle him? Who's gonna bring down a 6'7", 264 man?
Right. I know I wouldn't. You can go ahead and put me on the bench, coach.
Maybe with a machete. That's about it. But Pittsburgh defense, both defenses actually look good. Both defenses look good in the fantasy perspective. If you're in a league where defenses get points for sacks and tackles for losses, then Indianapolis defense did a very supreme job for you. Pittsburgh defense, Fitzpatrick, J.J. Watt, those guys all came to bring it.
I actually picked up Pickett, whatever. About 2 weeks ago, I picked him up just because in this one particular league, I've been struggling to find a quarterback. He has really progressed this year. He might be useful down the stretch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I'm still kind of struggling for a quarterback in that league. So I actually have 3 at this point. So he might get some run this year, depending on the matchup. I might actually get him in there.
Is that the league that I offered you, Jimmy G?
Might be. I don't. Yeah, I would love to get Jimmy G, but not for not for the asking price, sir. Not for Mr. Henry, not for Mr. Chubb, not for Mr. Eckler. No, sir.
So I'm only in here audio.
That's all right. You here, brother?
That's fine. But yeah, okay, that'll work. Well, we just went over the game from last night, and about to jump into this upcoming week 13 on the horizons. Man, it's week 13 already. Fantasy playoffs are literally around the corner.
Yeah, and we've only got literally.
Yeah, so there's a couple of news, not really much this week. Of course, you have Melvin Gordon signing with the Chiefs, and they've already said Sam Darnold will be the QB, Kyle Allen will be the QB moving forward. The only reason I bring that up is because that should help DJ Moore. He's definitely somebody who was on a drop list, but I think should be on a hold list. Hold him throughout the bye. And the Melvin Gordon signing. The only thing about Melvin Gordon is I'm not endorsing to go pick him up or anything to that effect, but it just kind of drops Pacheco down a little bit. And Kansas City's not even really a run heavy. Like, we finally got excited about the Kansas City backfield. Finally with CEH going down. And then what they do, they go and insert one more problem. So
right, Mr. Fumble Rooski. I don't know the usefulness there. Maybe they'll do like they did with Naheem Hines and just make him a return man or something.
Wait, no, you don't want him returning anything.
I really don't see the usefulness in it, short term or long term. He's not going to get the ball. Matter of fact, they just put him on the practice squad.
Yeah, but that's just a formality, though. They'll elevate him.
They don't even use Ronald Jones.
Right. I don't know that they will elevate him. I think if they do, it'll be a return man or something. I don't know what they're looking for.
Do you really trust him with the ball? When you're about to change possessions, do you really trust him catching the ball and bringing it back?
Hey, look, like I said, I don't see the usefulness. I don't see the point in picking him up. Unless it just was to keep him from another team,
Hey, I don't know. This ain't fantasy. They got to pay money. So
how about that?
Well, this upcoming week, we got 2 byes only. Carolina Panthers and Cardinals. And for fantasy purposes, that means we're going to be without Kyler Murray, without Connor, D-Hop, Hollywood, and then for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ
The
Moore. I
defense.
didn't say it. DJ Moore.
defense.
Oh, yeah, the defense. If they're playing the Texans.
Right.
Or
Anybody
or
playing the Texans, pick them up. I did it this week. I did it last week. I'm gonna keep doing it. If they're on the wire, and they're playing the Texans, I'm picking that defense up.
Yes, sir.
And then yeah. But I guess 2 this week. I don't know why the NFL did that. We got 2 this week and 4 the following week 14. I'm sorry, 6 in week 14. And
that's just I guess because of the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't know what.
I mean, we could have taken 2 from week 14, add that on to week 13, and just make it 4 and 4 rather
or
than
just
2
1.
and 6.
Yeah, 1, 2, something. But week 14 is not the week I really want to be missing players.
Well, okay. Well, truth be told, it is that there are 6 teams, but the teams are the Colts, the Packers, the Bears, Falcons, Saints, and the Commanders. So really, you're only going to be missing Jonathan Taylor, Pittman, Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, I guess, David Montgomery, Kimura, and Olave, and Terry Mack. So
yeah, but in plenty of leagues, that's the first week of the playoffs in some leagues, man. So missing one player is too much.
No one should have playoffs in week 14.
They shouldn't, but I'm in 2 leagues that have playoffs starting week 14. Yeah. And that's just because I think that the commissioners probably didn't pay attention to the addition of a week in the football season last year. So they've just been kind of leaving it the way it was. But yeah, it shouldn't be starting, but it could be because I don't like to go all the way to the end of the season because then you're talking about resting players. So we shall see.
We did switch ours, right?
I believe so. I haven't checked. I've been quite busy lately, but I'm going to check on that tonight, as a matter of fact. I mean, if it is, we can't change it at this point.
Yeah.
But that would be pretty messed up to have all those buys in the first round of the playoffs,
Yeah, because I made
so make sure you check your league schedule, whatever league you're in. Check your league schedule. Make sure that your playoffs are not starting until week 15. Otherwise, it might cause a bit of a problem.
Did you guys see the email I sent about an hour ago? By any chance? The summary. Don't worry about it if you didn't. But I know one of the things it said due to my expert coaching this past week, it said if I win next week, that pushes me into the playoffs. So that kind of makes me a little nervous as to what you were just saying.
Yeah, I would be nervous. And that must be in that league that, never mind. I don't want to talk about that league. I can't buy a win. First of all, I have Derrick Henry and
it's your quarterback, sir.
Wait, but look at my
I don't know why I can't win it.
I got Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, and they're like top 2 running backs in the league. And
Saquon ain't been Saquon. No. You can't.
Most of the season he was. I shouldn't only have 3 wins. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I'd rather not. I'd rather talk about the injuries from last week.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. There were a few. There were a few injuries.
My Eagles suffered some injuries on both sides of the ball.
You said what?
My Philadelphia Eagles suffered injuries on both sides of the ball. But we're gonna keep pushing.
Right. So as far as the injuries, you had Damian Harris, his shoulder, so upgrade to Stevenson. Jacoby Myers, he left the game, came back in, shoulder also. Aaron Rodgers, oblique, thumb, counted. They said he'll play as long as they're not mathematically eliminated. Darnell Mooney, your boy, out for the year. Allen Robinson,
that was his
your boy. Allen Robinson, another one of your guys, out for the year. Stafford, he should be out because he sure as heck hasn't been in. Foreman got hurt. He left the game twice.
Foreman got hurt too.
He's on a bye this week, so should be all right. Elijah Mitchell out for the year, 6 to 8 weeks. So he'll be out. Tyreek Hill, he left. I mean, he had cramps, so he should be all right. Aaron Donald,
Hopefully
he
not.
got banged up, so he may not be there this next week, which probably doesn't matter because he's on the Rams, so it shouldn't matter. CMC, he has a foot concern, but he should be good to go. We'll talk about that. Michael Carter, low ankle sprain. Without James Robinson, that was a
Lots of
blow as
injuries.
well. Oh yeah, Travis Etienne. They said he could have came back in the game, but he didn't. And on defense, Eddie Jackson, the Bears safety, like they need any more problems. Armstead, Miami left tackle. That's important if you are for the running game and for Tua. And then Bucks, Worth, right tackle for if you have Brady. And I know you mentioned Gardner already. He has a lacerated kidney, so we won't be seeing him.
How do you
or
do
Memphis
that without a knife?
I don't know, and I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, so that's a healthy amount of injuries. Probably one of the worst weeks for injuries this season. That being said, with the playoffs being so close, there's going to be, you could have been winning all year, and now you got somebody that's been kind of getting you through. One or two players that were getting you through over that hump. What do you do now? Where do you turn?
Waiver line. You got to be a true waiver wire wizard at this point.
Yeah, because the waiver probably hasn't been this thin in a minute. I know I have in a couple of leagues. I haven't made a lot of moves. I've been busy with the holidays and all of that. So I've got some players on my benches that I really shouldn't. I should have already gotten rid of them. I don't think I did any transactions last week.
I agree.
Which is a little disappointing because you miss out. It's probably been about 2 weeks since I actually did an ad drop. So I've got to get on there and see if there's any scraps left from Guru picking everybody up and making trades on the last day of the trade deadline and everything. That's the other thing. Check your trade deadline. You might need one,
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. That needs to be done. The waivers. What have you looked at the waivers yet, Truth, to see what we got going on?
Well, in faces.
Well, faces or Beast or anyone. I mean, I know I have a list, but just want to see what you got as far as who we should be looking at, quarterbacks we need to be picking up for those Kyler Murray owners or I know there's somebody that has Andy Dalton on his bench.
You got Mike White sitting there. Kenny Pickett. This is in faces.
Yeah. I started to pick him up last week, but it worked out. I didn't need him, but yeah, that's good. He looked good yesterday.
Is Stafford coming back this week?
I don't even know why Stafford is ranked in any platform. Every time I go to waiver wire, I'm like, why is Stafford's name up here? No,
because he's Matt Stafford. That's
just the name.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah.
What do you think about? What do you think about White? You think he's real?
I don't think he's as real as everybody's making it up to be. Keep in mind, when new quarterbacks come in, they generally have a better game plan because they generally do well because nobody has a true game plan. And
right, remember, there's no film on them yet.
Right, and with White, they weren't planning to play against White. We knew that it wasn't going to be Mr. I didn't let the defense down. This is their fault. We knew it wasn't going to be him, but I think everybody thought it was going to be Joe Flacco, and then they were like, "Nah, it's going to be Mike White." Like, oh, okay, well.
I thought it was an interesting call. I mean, I know you look at Zach, and he didn't do much to get them to the record they're at, but sir, they're in the playoffs. What are we doing here?
Oh, but he lost the locker room. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember his comment? You heard his comment, right?
But then why don't you go right back to Flacco, like you say? I would think that would have been a logical move rather. But like you say, though, not having a game plan for White it could have worked in their advantage and could continue to work in their advantage.
Yeah, that might have been what Coach Salas was thinking, and then had he fallen, then Flacco would have came right in to put on his coat and save the day. So
right.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's an interesting situation over there. I'm still trying to figure out why the running backs still aren't eating. It's just troubling. I still have Carter. I even played him this week in one league and nothing. But he got hurt. But still, it's just I don't know how they're winning these games. I'm just going to have to attribute it to defense because the offense, there's no one in that offense that's been standing out like that.
Well, it may not be in. Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you're gonna say. I was gonna move on.
I was just gonna say So that's for our leagues, but in those leagues that are a little more shallow, you still have quarterbacks on the waiver like Tannehill. You got Tannehill, and then you got Jared Goff going up against Jacksonville. We'll see if it's gonna be Jordan Love versus Chicago Bears, and then of course Jimmy G versus Miami. So just wanted to throw those out there for those of you that are in leagues that have a deeper waiver wire.
That's going to be interesting. Jimmy G in Miami.
Yep.
Yeah.
Play everybody. Nice. Play everybody.
Right.
If you got
on both sides.
Yeah, play everybody from both sides of the ball.
But not the defense. Well, I don't know.
It could turn out.
I would play both of those defense. I made the mistake again this past week. I picked up a defense and started them ahead of the Bills. I still won, but it was still a mistake.
I thought you learned from your sitting Bills experience. Didn't we discuss that?
Well, the thing is, the Bills haven't been impressing me, and I'm just like, I really thought that they might get scored on a bit.
They've had,
and they did, because Detroit puts up points, so
they do. What you got, Troop?
And they still did. They said actually Detroit should have won that game. The Bills sneaked that one out.
Anybody excited about Benny Snell?
Sure. No. Yes.
I would like to be, because looking at it last night, I'm like, well, that might be nice, but nah. Nope.
You have to be in a really bad situation.
Yeah.
The thing about White is Carter, we know, is not going to be here this week. But James Robinson was a healthy scratch, so technically he can get back in the game. And then you still got Ty Montgomery mixing. Well, no, not yet. You still got, I'm not sure. I think Ty Montgomery is.
I might have to take a look at Snell, though.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with Snell. We don't know what's going on. I mean, Snell is somebody that's good to pick up, but I wouldn't waste a waiver to pick him up because we don't know if Najee Harris is going to be playing. We don't know about Jaylen Warren. So that's two people that could be in the game, and if either one of them are good to go, Snell's going to go back to where he was.
Well, I snuck out a win in a league where I had to start David Montgomery, James Conner, and Latavius Murray.
That's not bad.
Not this week. It wasn't. It wasn't bad. But if you look at the season as a whole,
against the Chargers
as a whole, Connor's not going to be running. I don't have anybody else, so I might need to pick up somebody like Snell, depending on what's available on that wire.
Well,
just to get through the bye week.
If you're dependent on Connor, you will need Snell because you won't have Connor this week.
Right.
I mean, those are only two that look halfway viable.
Really?
At least in the Faces League.
What about receivers?
Wide receivers.
Wait, hold on. Before you just go that fast. Remember, this is where
I'm sure Guru got somebody else on there that he wants to talk about.
Well, no, I'm just saying, most leagues don't have a deep bench like we do. So for other ones, we were talking about the Pittsburgh, but then you also got Jordan Mason in San Fran. If if CMC can't go, you got J.K. Dobbins, who's back at practice. So that 21-day window open up. White in Vegas.
Here we go with J.K. Dobbins. I still got that clown on IR.
Whatever. So you got White in Vegas because Josh Jacobs is not practicing the whole week. K. Williams, I wouldn't want him, but K-Ron Williams, he's the last man standing in L.A. Jermichael Hasty in Jacksonville. He's the third down back, goal line back, and the running back. I mean, the pass catching back in Jacksonville with ATN banged up. And then somebody else, Dontrell Hilliard. Tennessee should be playing from behind this week. So they're not going to be able to depend on King Henry. Sorry to tell you that, Mo. But they're not going to be able to depend on King Henry. So he's probably going to see limited touches the way he did last time when they were losing. And who scored a touchdown? Dontrell Hilliard. So
yeah, man, I've had Hilliard all year waiting on the big boy to get hurt. And
we don't do that. We don't do that in fantasy.
Hey, I got him in a couple. I got stock in him too, but
but don't say waiting on the big boy to get hurt.
Well, Hilliard is a waste of space on my bench. I'm gonna tell you that.
All right,
I've had him since like week 1. So,
well, that was a mistake.
Well, you never know. You got to be ready for anything.
Yeah, those are all the running backs I was say that are in more shallow leagues.
And wow. Chuba Hubbard.
I knew you was gonna bring him up. I purposely left him off.
This is his week, boy. This is it.
This is not his week.
Well, no, he's on a bye. Next week is his week.
I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I was like, all right.
I have him on a bench. I have him on a bench, and I promise you, I'm gonna play this man before the season is done for me.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not.
How you guys feeling about DeAndre Carter, Josh Reynolds, Elijah Moore?
No. DeAndre Carter, yeah, he had the blow up game. It's condition proceeding upon Mike Williams not playing. It was an off night for Palmer, off night for Everton to the 2-point conversion at the end of the game. And then the problem I have on that side, on that team, is Austin Eckler. 11 targets from the backfield. 11. The wideouts don't even have 11. And then you got Kay Allen back. So Carter is nice. Maybe in a 3 receiver set. Or in a 2 flex set, yeah, I will say yeah. Elijah Moore, you mentioned him. He only had 2 catches, right? I know he had long yardage, but he only had 2 catches. So I believe, yeah. So I don't know about that one. You said somebody.
Yeah, just keep throwing it, Eckler.
I missed the second name.
You got Josh Reynolds still sitting there.
Josh Reynolds, DJ Chark, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, those are the guys. And if Jameson Williams does come back this week, that just muddies it up more.
Yeah. I mean, those guys been sitting there for a reason.
Right. Now, I did pick up Chark in a league like a week ago.
Yeah,
I didn't play him, but I didn't play him. But just in case.
What did he look like last
dealing with some injuries, too.
He got an end zone.
He got an end zone last week?
Yeah, he did. DJ Chark.
All right. Well, tight ends.
Hey, hold on. You forgot about the shallow leagues.
The what?
He talking about those names that nobody wants.
Okay. All right.
Well, no. That's not true.
He's the guru.
What I'm saying is, like, our league is so deep in bench that most people don't have, 11 bench spots. So they can still go out there and get a Zay Jones against the Lions.
Yeah, this is true. He's available. He was on the wire in one of my leagues, as a matter of fact.
They can still go get Traylon Burks, at least get him and hold on to him. Get him and play him. Still got Sky Moore in Kansas City because it don't look like Tony's going to be good anytime soon. I'm not a fan of Richie James in New York, but somebody has to catch the ball.
Nobody in New York.
Quez Watkins, your guy.
No.
What? The last 3 weeks.
I'm not betting on him. I'm not starting.
He's in the slot. The last 3 weeks, ever since Goddard has gone down, he has actually been the number 1 benefactor. D. Smith has been number 2, and AJ Brown has been number 3.
I'm still not starting. I'm not starting him.
Well, good thing you're in a deeper league, so you don't have to worry about that. So Isaiah McKenzie, he flashed this week. He showed you what he can do. And then Chase Claypool. Not in the great offense. Not in the great offense. But who's the number one receiver in Chicago?
They don't have any.
Yes, they do. It's quick. It's Chase Claypool. With Mooney going down, it is Chase Claypool.
Oh, so that's right.
No matter how bad an offense is, especially an offense that's bad, they got to throw the ball. And
that doesn't mean that somebody's going to catch it.
Hey, Chase Claypool, Nico Collins in Houston, and I know you said DeAndre Carter already, and Matt Collins in Vegas, Jameson Williams we talked about, and Eli Moore you mentioned. Van Jefferson, number one receiver in LA for what it's worth, and that's it. That's all I have for the other league. For wideouts.
Okay, that's the bottom of the gutter.
Hey, sometimes. Hey, we over here talking about Benny Snell.
Yeah, how about that? Nobody's picking him up.
So put some respect on the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we digging deep. We digging deep here. All right, your favorite position, tight end.
That's most favorite position.
What you think about that? Well, Conklin looked good.
Yes.
Serviceable.
Yeah.
Remember, you got to drop your expectations just a tad bit. We're talking about tight ends.
Right.
Hunter Henry had a game.
Oh, did he? Game. Oh, yeah, he did. That's right.
Yeah, a game. Yeah, a game all season. Well, no, he had a couple. He had a few this season.
I mean, if you got to fill in a spot for somebody that's out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd take Conklin first. I would go for Conklin over him. A lot of leagues you probably got, like you said, some leagues are not as deep or deeper than ours as far as the wire is concerned. So you probably have some other guys out there that you can go after, Firemount or anybody, because these guys are.
Well,
you guys are talking about Jelani Woods, right?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Mr. Woods, Mr. 6'7", 264 pounds. Woods.
Give the man the ball.
He's an oak tree. Wouldn't you like to give the oak tree the ball and watch the oak tree run? Just give him the ball.
Run over people, literally.
Over, through, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As usual, they are all a shot in the dark. Bro.
Yeah,
right, because it's not like he hasn't been there.
Yeah, well, see, him and Mo Cox, they have been there. They've been kind of going back and forth. But keep in mind, the quarterback play keeps going out. So you have an interchangeable quarterback. You have Ryan, then you have Ellinger, and then you have Matt Ryan again. So they're playing musical chairs with the quarterback situation. And usually when you have that situation going on, tight ends benefit.
Right. I'd like to see Matt Ryan go ahead and retire this year.
Wow.
Oh, not Noah Font. Still on the wire, huh? That guy can't catch a break.
That was rude. Well, in some leagues, especially like in 8 or 10 people league, 10-person league, I did see David Njoku still out on the waivers. Dallas Goedert, if anybody dropped him because they're playing one of those stupid leagues that don't have an IR spot, you might want to pick him up. He should be back in week 15, help you with your playoff push because we know Philly will be pushing hard. Same thing with Darren Waller. I don't know, not necessarily like Philly, but if he's available, you put him in an IR spot.
You put him in. You go ahead and play him too.
Somebody you didn't mention was Hayden Hurst. I know with the return of Chase, that should reduce his likely to, be a benefactor or at least to be productive. But if we're scraping the barrel and we're talking about these other guys, Hayden Hurst deserves that conversation. And
absolutely. Absolutely, especially in the bye week.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then the last two, Foster Morrow, Boomer Bust, and your guy Austin Hooper. He's been a red zone target. So those are the tight ends. It's tight ends, so it's nothing to get excited about.
But they can't win you your week.
I was listening to a show and there was a talk about maybe we should have leagues that just don't have tight ends altogether. Just have an extra
No,
flex spot.
man.
I'm
Matter
in
of fact,
league
this
with no
past week I
tight
played my
Look.
boy, the dominant one, and not only did he play Pollard and Elliott, he also played 2 tight ends. I was like, man,
yeah.
if I lose this, I don't deserve to win anything.
Yeah, I play him next week.
Yeah, like that lineup is odd to me. Like I know he drafted 2 tight ends, and he does have 2 good ones. Who's he got? Andrews and Kelsey or something?
I think it's Kittle. I think
Kittle,
I'm
yep,
not sure.
Kittle and Kelsey,
Yeah, or
which isn't bad.
yeah, exactly. Kittle and Kelsey. We were talking about the trade.
Yeah, I would play both of them too, but then you
Nah.
turn around and you play both the running backs from the same team too. Like,
No,
Dallas,
no
like-
way, no way in the world. I might draft them both, but no way in the world I'm playing them both. I'm trading one of them, and truth be told, I'm probably trading Kelsey
Yeah.
to get
Right.
the higher value.
Yeah, what you can get in return is
Right.
ridiculous.
You know, I could trade Kittle, but Kittle is brittle and finicky. So I would rather keep
Kittle
him
is brittle.
and stream another tight end and trade
Yeah.
Kelsey and give me a RB1 and a wideout 2 or a wideout 1 and a RB2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
All day.
but you know, hey,
Depending
Too late for that now.
on when you trade Kittle, like if I had him from the beginning of the season,
Oh,
I would
yeah.
have probably tried to unload Kittle early
Yes.
before he kind of was so flaky.
I agree 100%.
I would have probably tried to do that like week 1 or 2. Like, give me a running back and something else and another tight end back or something.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Well, while we're talking about tight end, let me ask you your opinion. Gerald Everett, Tyler Higbee, Dalton
Oh.
Schultz,
Higbee just
David
did me
Njoku.
dirty, so I'd probably go with Everett this week.
But rest of season, would you? Okay, because I saw one league where Dalton Schultz and David Njoku are on waivers.
That's amazing to me.
It's an 8-person league. Don't get too excited.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I should have led with that. My bad.
I'm a
It's
little
an 8-person
disappointed in Higbee on the season overall.
Yeah, I really thought that with Robinson down and Cooper Kupp down,
Yeah. I'm
He
like, you
would've-
got to get the ball.
0, nothing,
0 points is what he got me.
no target. He had no targets. Nothing.
That's tight ends for you. That's tight ends for you.
Yeah, I'll be.
I forget who I started him over, but it was a bad idea.
But the crazy part is Higbee has one of the best end of season schedules. The Rams have a great end of season playoff schedule, fantasy playoff schedule, but they don't have any fantasy players to play that schedule.
Right. The only one to play was Cooper Kupp all year, and now it's
Should've
no
been
him.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah,
messed
so-
me up in the league too.
Yeah.
So I'm a little disappointed in them. That's it. As a whole, that whole team has been just. It's got to be the worst Super Bowl champion ever, defending champion.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
Good.
bad. It's pretty
Good.
bad when you have no expectation for them to even be in the game, and they're the reigning Super Bowl champs. You know.
Yeah.
What they did last year was like putting all of your fab or all of your pushing all in to win week 1, and then you turn around and you have nothing for week 2. It's
Right.
But hey,
All right.
No problem.
Steve, what we looking at streaming the defense this week?
it was
Who's
last
playing
week was real
Houston?
sexy.
Who's playing Houston?
Browns
Cleveland.
and Houston.
Cleveland.
Yep, I'm taking the Browns. Pick them up, grab them if they out there. Play them.
Well,
Don't even hesitate. Pull the trigger.
you can have them. I'm going Seattle Seahawks against the aforementioned Los Angeles Lamb Chop.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, because the
And-
Seahawks defense has quietly gotten better
Yes.
consistently all year.
They're number 6 right now.
Yeah,
But if you miss out on that, and if Fields is not going to play, you got Green Bay's defense. Green Bay's defense against Chicago without
Oh,
Jay
against
Fields.
Chicago without Fields, yeah.
Without Fields, yeah. With
Yeah,
Fields, I don't know about, the only thing about, I know you said Cleveland and Houston, but Cleveland defense, they're 31st. They're not good. Cleveland's defense.
Hey, I started
is
them the first
suspect.
2 weeks of the year. I started them over the Bills the first 2 weeks of the year.
Yeah, but Cleveland's defense is 31st against the run. What is the one thing that Houston has? They only have one thing, and that's Dameon Pierce. So
This is true.
And they got they have
I'm
a
running the
practice
ball down
squad
their
quarterback. Man, all day, every day. Dameon Pierce. I know he's in two of my lineups this week.
Yeah, it'll probably be like a 65, 35, 70, 30 split. They're going to run the ball all day.
Oh, I think it's gonna be more. Yeah, but so that's my only concern with Cleveland. The weather, it should be raining in Houston forecast. It should be raining, so that does add to the defense. But
right,
yeah, I don't know.
I just watched everybody run just play. I mean, Houston is not doing much at all, even with Dameon.
Yeah, but yeah. And
then you're looking at him to maintain every drive, and I mean, he could come out and have 180 yards.
And if we're looking for offenses to pick on, we can't pick on the Panthers this week, but we could pick on their division foes, the Atlanta Falcons, because Pittsburgh will be hosting them. Or I'm not sure where the game will be, but Pittsburgh will be playing Atlanta. And Pittsburgh looked good last night against the Colts.
Yeah, and the Colts have a pretty solid defense too.
Yeah, I don't know. Who are they playing this week? I don't know who the Colts are playing. But yeah, I agree with you. The Colts defense looked real solid yesterday against Pittsburgh and the rookie quarterback, and Pittsburgh looked solid against what probably could be a rookie
that was because it was Monday Night Football. Time to don't lose on Monday night, so
makes sense.
I think they go back to looking terrible next week, especially if Najee Harris isn't out there. I don't know. They're going to look suspect.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not much to pick from. You got the Vikings playing the Jets, but the Jets been looking all right.
The Vikings on the wire?
I thought about that. I looked at that, and I was like, But like you said, the Jets have been looking good.
The Jets been winning. I don't know how. They don't even put up yards. How you win a game with like 30 yards total offense?
Right. Well, when your defense is like the 4th or 5th ranked defense, then the other team doesn't score points.
True story.
And so that's all it takes. The name of the game is score more than the other team.
That's what it's all about.
K Guru, kickers.
No,
close your ears, Mojo.
Let's just not even do kickers, man. None of that. No suck up. No, none of that.
Dicker the kicker. Don't sleep on Dicker the kicker. He has been averaging more points than
I'm sure he has.
He's been averaging more points than the tight ends not named Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews. So you can poo him all you want to, but that's what's going on.
No, it's funny. Over the last 3-4 weeks, though, I've been getting a lot of production out of my kickers as well.
Right. See, Brett Maher, Marv with Dallas. I saw up there playing against New Orleans, and that should be a good one. And then Joey Sly. And then Greg DeLay, Greg Zuerlein with the Jets.
Did you call him Greg the Leg?
Yeah, why not?
Greg the Leg, Dicker the Kickers. Boy, I'm gonna need. Matter of fact, we're gonna have a league next year with no kickers.
Oh, that's fine.
No kickers, sir.
That's mean. You're so rude today, Mojo. What's wrong? So rude today. But
they're rude. First of all, stop drafting people with these names. I don't understand.
Well, that's their names, bro.
If I was an NFL GM, I'd be like, you know what? I know you can kick and all that, but I'm gonna go with Johnson over here. Well, no, not even
Is
him.
there
I
any
go with
way-
Jones.
Is there any way you could take your wife's name? Is that possible?
Right.
Is it too late?
Um,
Well, those are the kickers, and I wish everyone luck.
what's the schedule look like this week?
Let's see. All right, hold on. You know what? Let's check.
Well,
Let's see what
Well,
the,
you-
what
Playing.
the playoffs look like.
Oh yeah, the play. Yeah, we can actually see that. You're right.
while he's pulling that up,
Yeah, I
You
go to
pulling that mo-
standings.
I was saying, while he's pulling that Mojo, would you drop Tyler Boyd?
Drop them for who?
Just drop him. Period.
Mm.
I'm not asking for me. I'm just asking generally.
Depends on what I got. I mean, I can't afford to drop nobody right now. I need
What
to,
about
but
Cam Akers,
bye, nigga. I mean, yes, bye.
Drake?
Kenyon Drake?
Yes.
Yeah, drop.
You know what? Any
don't
Drake.
know.
Kenyon
I don't
Drake,
know.
Drake
No, I'm
London.
not dropping Drake. I'm not dropping Drake.
Really?
Nah,
With
'cause I
Gus
don't- man, you
Edwards,
still don't know what you're gonna get out of them.
Gus Edwards reclaimed the lead role. J.K. Dobbins is on his way back.
Yeah, I don't trust Dobbins, and I don't trust
Okay.
any of those backs. We talked about this weeks ago. They're all always hurt, so somebody else gonna get hurt. Drake gonna be back in the mix.
Well, all right. What about Curtis Samuel?
Ah,
Nah,
I
I
know that's
wouldn't
your guy.
drop him.
Devin Duvernay?
Nope, wouldn't drop him.
Melvin Gordon?
Yeah, I would drop him.
And
Absolutely.
then Kareem Hunt.
That's a rough one.
I know he a handcuff. Oh, let me
Yeah,
know
that's
you ready.
50-50. That's 50-50. Like if you really, I mean, because he could, no telling what could happen. So he could come in handy, but I mean, he's not very useful right now.
Yeah, you ready, Troop?
yeah.
Okay. All right, then I'll stop on my drop list.
So what you got up the divisions?
Well, this is the playoff seeds.
Which one is that? Faces?
Yeah, faces.
And where I should be in the top somewhere. I might have clinched already.
You number 4. You didn't clinch yet.
Oh, wait. What about me?
What? How did not clinch?
Oh,
I'm like
you dropped.
84.
You were one.
Guru clinched. Me, you were in 4th. I'm in 5th.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this. I gotta check that out.
No, don't you dare check it with commissioner tools.
Wait, what is his record? How? I don't understand.
My record? I think I'm 8-4,
8-4.
but I beat
Oh,
you.
me too.
Well, you 8-4 too.
Right.
Yeah, but I beat you head to head.
Who else is in up there?
All right, you got Conquerors. This is from the top. Conquerors, Guru, Sea Breeze, you, me, and Biggie Smalls.
What's their record? They all 8-4 too?
No, Sea Breeze is 7-5.
Right.
Right. I
Wait.
beat her last week.
Wait, Sea Breeze is above me?
No, she's right below you.
Oh, I'm
Right,
tripping.
but I beat her last week, so I'm trying to figure out how with a worse record. I ain't worried about it. I'll figure
Oh,
it out.
is it division? Is it you said division go.
Nah,
right.
it goes record and then points for. It shouldn't be the other way around. Somehow this looks like it's points for and then record.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
It should be record then points for.
Well,
We'll work on that.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure both of you will be in the playoffs.
Well, let me see.
Pretty confident. You check the other league?
It can't be points for at first because
And you sure had nothing to do with divisions?
It must be set to divisions then.
yeah, we gotta.
Well, I don't know. I think I'm in the South Division. Well, I don't know if it's that one or
Which
the
I
other.
also don't like doing because
I
it's
don't like
not
divisions
it's
at
not
all.
the NFL, it's fantasy.
Well, everybody. I don't think so. Everybody in the top seeds have the best records in the league.
Well,
And I
maybe
know
we should
that
play without divisions. altogether.
everybody's in different divisions.
Why do we have divisions? 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 W
just because it makes it easier to set the schedule,
Yeah. So I
but
don't
not
know.
really. You just play everybody in the league.
I really don't know why you would be under her and
Right.
get a better
It's
record.
got to be division. So she's leading her division, correct?
No, I don't
Well,
think
I'm
so.
on top of her, so
Y'all in the same division?
you know what? I don't know in that league. I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it later because we got to have that situated for next year. I mean, we're not gonna make any changes this year, but
Yeah, I don't believe so. Let me see.
yeah, if you go to standings, wherever that is, the regular one.
It's probably what you said the points for, because yeah.
Well, no, she is the top of her division. You're right. We might have to check that out.
Yeah,
This
Well,
should
then those are the only locks. How many teams have clinched? Just 4?
just three.
free.
And how many divisions are there?
3.
Then I think that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's
we're
divisions.
gonna fix that.
Don't worry. If one of you don't make it, I'll call you and let you help set my lineup for me.
Oh boy.
You can pick my kicker, Mo.
Thank you, sir.
Just the little things I do. The little things I do.
I'm gonna pick you a kicker, all right.
You know, never mind.
One I can
Never
find.
mind. Never mind. Well,
Deal with that.
interesting.
So
Week 13.
I was telling Guru, I had that points league I'm in. I'm in second place behind the first place team by 370 going into last week. And I had quite the week. Mr. Jacobs, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Hurts, these guys really came through. I'm only down by 70 now with weeks left. There's no playoffs in that league. You just play to the end of the season, and whoever got the most points wins. So I got a pretty dope squad.
Does it stop in week 17 or week 18?
18.
Ugh.
Yeah, and of course I got Chubb, Taylor, Kamara, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Hurts, Derek Carr. I'm loaded. Loaded.
Well, the one thing I did want to mention as far as fantasy goes, you know, it's like we said, it's week 13, so you definitely want to start looking at the playoff push. No matter where you stand, you want to look at the playoff. If you are able to invest in handcuffs, you know, start getting rid of the end of your bench, people who you realistically are not going to play. Like,
are not going to play.
One of the best things. Yeah, one of the best things. And at this point, you can't focus too much on what other people might benefit from. You have to, unless, just look at your next opponent, your next 1 or 2 opponents. But you can't really focus on that because you don't know who you're going to play in the playoffs. So, well, for the most part, you don't know. So what I'm doing is, just trimming that fat. I look at week 14, look at week 15, and realistically set my lineup already. And then, basically like in a one flex league, I'll look and see, okay, who's my third running back? Okay, who's my third receiver? Okay, who is my second and third flex? And if anybody doesn't make that list, they're out of here. I'm getting
right.
Simple as
Not
that.
only that, the sneaky thing you need to be doing too is looking at these defenses and who's playing who for the next few weeks. Because defenses honestly put up good points in most leagues. So it's best make sure you have that defense locked up. Do not have a defense that's playing Kansas City and Philly for the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Check your defense out. Check who they're playing. And if you need to grab somebody off the wire, get it done. Because that could be a difference between you making the playoffs or getting eliminated in the first round or whatever,
Right, exactly. What do you think about Mr. Watson this week? You playing him if you have him, or you gonna wait?
Oh, you mean a quarterback?
Watson. Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
Well, being at all his
Houston,
all his women gonna be there.
Yeah, well, It's gonna be an interesting game. I hope that one is televised.
man.
So
Wait,
Houston, the Texans is gonna be a good one.
I think he's gonna ball out. I would.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the only reason I say is quarterbacks don't do well against the Houston Texans because their running backs get all the love. Just like Tua this past week. Tua only got 13 half PPR points. You know, their quarterbacks don't necessarily do well against Houston Texans. The receivers don't necessarily do well.
It's kind of
But this might be different.
kind of a revenge game, wouldn't you say?
Kinda. This is the revenge game of all revenge games.
Right. So, like
This
I
is
said, I'm
the
balling out.
daddy of revenge
I would
games.
definitely, if I had any stock in him, I would definitely be tempted to start him.
Very tempted.
Yeah,
I got Cooper in a few leagues.
and all his girls gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
there, so he might
Man.
ball out, man.
Yeah.
He
Follow
playing
people
for
down.
massages, boy. After game massages, halftime massages. He won it all.
Did the team say he's gonna go ahead and start or what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they had a little ceremony last week. The passing of the crown or the ball to Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
Oh, I'm nervous about that one.
I mean,
Hey,
I'm not
man.
playing him.
You do
But-
know that's where he came from, though. That's where he got in all the trouble. He go ball out, man.
Yeah.
Start him, guys. Start him.
It's gonna be an interesting game, nonetheless. If nothing else, it's gonna be an entertaining experience. to say
Yeah,
the
if you
least.
don't have, I mean, if you don't have a stud quarterback, if you don't have,
Oh, yeah,
Josh Allen,
definitely.
something like that, go ahead and throw him in. You got nothing to lose.
I might play Cooper and Peoples.
Ooh. Oh, you.
Good luck with that.
I see you frisky over there. That's like somebody playing David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert.
You know,
Or, yo, never mind.
do that just because I'm playing Mo.
Thank you. Well, now,
Yeah, go ahead, throw him in. Matter of fact, I hope it's in Beast because I don't care what happens in there. I almost made a trade. I almost got rid of Derrick Henry just because I'm tired of that team losing.
What happened?
Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley, and I got 3 W's. Come on, man.
I'm telling you, it's your quarterback. You
That's
should,
just that combination. That combination alone, I should have 5 to 6 wins.
You should trade Derrick Henry for like a Jimmy Garoppolo or
Yeah, that sounds like a
or
bad idea,
Dalvin-
but I'll
like,
think about
like
it.
Dalvin Cook and Jimmy Garoppolo should probably help you out. 'Cause
Yeah,
I think you got
I did the
Andy
math.
Dalton.
I did the math, and the math wasn't mathing.
You got Heineke and Dalton quarterbacking.
Yep,
Yeah,
and I
don't
think
know.
Pickett.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Heineke, man. Heineke and Brian Robinson and McLaurin. They're gonna be and Samuel. That's a great combination. I'm glad they got Brian Robinson more involved last week. He really paid off dividends for me in a couple of leagues.
Yeah, that was a shocker. I was like, wow. Didn't see that coming.
Me either. But I'm glad it
Me
did.
Me either.
The question is what's he going to do this week coming up?
Even more.
Or not the same.
Exactly.
Who they play? Who Washington got?
We got
Do you have all the games up there or pulled up?
Is
Washington.
it Philly?
Oh wait, I'm tripped. Washington had no, it's not Philly.
The Vikings?
Washington.
no, not the Vikings. They got the Giants.
Oh, the Giants.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
then
they got them like twice
I
in 3
take-
weeks.
I'll take back what I said then. Yeah. It's possible. B Rob can do that.
Yeah, I need him to do that. So in that league, I got Henry, him, and David Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
They all had decent games. I was pleasantly surprised.
You know, maybe I should have tried to trade you for Montgomery.
Nah, you don't want that guy.
Well, I need another back.
Yeah, get back, Jack.
I don't want Saquon.
Not get him anyway. Don't worry about it.
Well, we will see what happens as we move
can't come
into
to
the
the
playoffs.
Yes, sir. It's coming to an
Yeah.
end, coming to season, coming to a close. Let's get ready to rent to win. I'm trying to get me a chip or two this year at least. So we shall see.
Yeah, and hopefully Josh Jacobs doesn't ruin my week again. So by scoring, a lot of points against me.
Yeah, he got me 119 points in my league.
Yeah, I lost by 7.
And that's a low scoring league. I didn't even look at what he had.
Answers? I think I'm
He went-
entitled. You want answers?
he
I want the
went-
truth. You can't handle the truth.